Hey, I'm back again with another comic book review, and that's Peditions Edge issue 2. And if you notice when I typed out the review name, I actually added an extra E because spelling is obviously my forte. Anyway, before I get into this issue, you're going to notice a big difference here. The first issue had kind of a slick, kind of a different comic booky cover with pages were kind of like this here. Now the second issue comes in a much more slick style, and I guess more colors, more additions to it. I'm going to get to the story in a minute. I do like I love the artwork. I got to say that, and I like the way the story's going. But I was almost a fan of the other style of page, kind of the old school comic, but I do see that it's trying to get it, kind of make it get more, really take advantage of the art and stuff like that. But there's some really cool stuff done, especially with the writing and the paneling are pretty damn awesome. Now we find out more about the characters here, and whereas the character of Jasper's his power was slightly vague in the first issue, you pretty much get it all worked out in this one here. He's a soul swapper, so basically he can switch bodies. Basically, he switches his soul into another body. Jasper has quite the bounty on his head from supernatural forces, and we'll see more of that in this one. Now, Hayden's character, we see we get a bit more. Basically, right now she's still on the vengeance trail, and we get to meet a family member for a very short period of time. Now, this is it seems like a bigger issue than the first one, and it kept me engaged through the entire thing. You do find out a bit of stuff that we probably could have held off for a couple issues on, because but then again, that's with indie comics, where they don't come out on a lot of regular basis like the other stuff do. It's good to get like more story, and this definitely gives you your bang for your buck. And I gotta say, it's really, really worth picking up. Strike the Sun is indie company. As far as I know right now, this is the only comic that they're making right now. Peditions Edge is there's a site called petitionsedge.com, by the way, so you might want to check that out as well. I got to say, I am intrigued to see where this goes. In this issue here, they've made it to Tombstone, and they're basically in the middle of kind of a hanging, and something happens. We're introduced to a villain in this, and a new ally, or maybe an ally. We're not quite sure. He's kind of a shady character, kind of shadowy type thing, and he pretty much, it looks like he's playing both sides of the fence. So whether they can trust him long term or not is, well, we'll find out in future issues. I do like the villain in this one, the character named Trinity, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of this character. She was introduced on the last page of the first issue. And this, of course, is the demon character, and goes from demon to like sexy goddess type girl. And we find out a lot in this issue. There's some really cool stuff. I gotta say, I'm a huge fan. Now, I'm not sure if Strike the Sun have done any conventions yet, but I'm gonna say that if you've got conventions in your area, Nathan and Galen, you might want to take the comic and bring it to the comic book convention. Grab a table, sell some stuff, t-shirts, merch, because honestly, you could probably do some kick-ass t-shirts with the Hayden characters, especially. As cool as Jasper is, I know comic book guys and hot blonde chicks, they're there for that. There's some great images in this one here. Love the way the story is going. and I just love the way that it's done. The scripts are incredible, and the art is so unique. I love some of this stuff here. It kind of reminds me back when Vertigo was getting their start, and there's like a lot of different artwork and styles coming into it. I want to see. I've seen a lot of really cool paneling done in this here. I got to show you this page because I just think it is freaking incredible. Yeah, that's stood out. I came back to look at this one a few different times. There was just something in it that just drew me back. Would make a great poster, by the way. Some very, very cool stuff in here. And characters that you're starting to grow to care about, and that's kind of cool. After 2 issues to see it, like the story progress, I want to see a lot more of these characters. I don't want to. I'm hoping that the story keeps at the pace it's going. I want to see this done to completion. So hope the guys, hope they're doing good. If you haven't picked it up yet, Perdition's Edge. This is issue 2, July 2013. There's 2 issues out. Guys, definitely worth picking up. Support your indie guys. This in a time when everything is going digital, and when we're getting less and less original thought and more Hollywood remakes and reboots and reimaginings, it's nice to see that there are still people out there that are really trying to work hard to make a decent original independent work. And Perdition's Edge is definitely worth picking up. It's an indie horror comic. If you're a fan of the Jonah Hex stuff, you're a fan of the Vertigo-ish type stuff, this is very trippy, cool stuff. There's some great art here, and I gotta say, great story as well. Interesting to see where it goes from here. I want to see more of the Trinity character. I'm intrigued to see what other villains we're going to get along the way. There's going to be some double dealing with some of the introduced characters. And again, it ends on a really cool cliffhanger that leaves you wanting more. So, Galen Bain, the artist, and Nathan Richardson, well, by the way, he's got a really good YouTube channel, Blu-ray Anonymous, so check it out, that's for sure. Perdition's Edge, issue 2, definitely worth the buy. You're into comics, you're into horror, you're into Western, you're just into supporting a really good up-and-comer. Get on the ground floor and pick up the comic. Seriously. I've been loving the whole storyline here. Friends and Lovers. This is the second part to the Friends and Lovers storyline. Intrigued to see where it goes from here. Each issue has been like really good with the cliffhangers. It's nice to see there's another character introduced in this one as well, aside from the villain. I haven't mentioned his name yet. Justin, I think it is, by the way. But it's just a cool guy. And man, seriously, if you're a red-blooded male, how can you not pick up this comic? I'm just saying, how can you not? That's my review for Perdition's Edge 2. That's the 2 that are out right now. Hopefully I'll pick up the 3rd one when it comes out, and I'll let you know how that one goes. I'll post a review on the site. You're in comics, Perdition's Edge, go to Facebook, go to perditionsedge.com, or go to Strike the Sun on Facebook page. Pretty cool stuff. Give them a like, check out an issue, see where you go from there. I recommend grabbing the first 2 issues. And got them autographed here, so it's pretty cool. And just some really great stuff. Really great art. And the incredible story and the formation of the way this is done is just... Here's issue 1 again, by the way. Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of, if you've ever read the Masters of Kung Fu back from in the 70s, the Shang-Chi series, there were a lot of experimental panel work that was done in that series. And that kind of reminds me of what I get here. There's some cool experimental panel work. You kind of get some like Shang-Chi type of panel work. You're getting some Spawn type of stuff in here as well. Some really cool different stuff. You've got a solid story base. You got characters that are likable, and but still, they got that edge. These aren't goody-goody characters. But it's interesting to see where this is going to go. So I'm looking forward to finding out where this goes. And again, thanks guys so much for watching. And because I was looking over the comic, I didn't get a chance to make my tea yet. So that's that time. Time for tea.